So I'm going to talk to you about how we're going to go from names to real conversations, what change on the campaign builder. We have also some new integrations available I'm going to talk about. So for example, you will be able to bring in lists from Apollo. And the most important thing, that you will use those credits only for what you need. So you don't have to like put user credits for a list of 500. You will use those credits only for the prospects that qualify to be called. And explain the whole workflow, how it looks like, and then how you record and measure. So I'm going to jump in and show you how it works. So when you create a campaign, I'm not sure, you notice that the UI changed on the campaign creation. So the standard LinkedIn Sales Navigator built-in, searches, quick list builders, LinkedIn profile URL, and existing connection campaigns stays the same. And then we have a new section for import. Now, import a CSV of people or a LinkedIn profile URL campaign can be confusing, but under import a CSV of people, we don't need to have the URL because we were able to enrich it. And how it works is, before I go there, just to see the Apollo enrichment as well. So the Apollo import as well. So you can select custom lists from Apollo and add them to omnichannel campaign. And then if you have a CRM connected, you can also, any other CRM, HubSpot, Zoho, Pipedrive, Monday.com, Go High Level, you can also import lists from there as well. So going back to the import CSV of people. So when we import, we just need the CSV would need the first name, last name, and the company name. Obviously, if you have the rest of the details, you can map the fields, but this is enough for the campaign to be created. And what we do next is go and decide what do we want to enrich. The settings are the standard settings you're used to, like do you want to exclude? Do you want to exclude prospects who have replied to you in the past, automatically clean names, enable A/B testing? And then under the enrichment section, it shows you what you can enrich. So under profile data is the profile URL, which is used for LinkedIn, for a LinkedIn campaign, or enrich email addresses, you can opt as well, or enrich phone numbers. And the credits are spread, so 4 credits for profile data, 10 credits for an email address, and 50 credits for a phone number. Now, what you need to know about phone numbers, these are mobile numbers, direct numbers. So not generic not generic company numbers. This is why also the price of the credit is a bit higher, and obviously significantly different from the rest of the data point, but it encourages to get those data. And the platforms we are used to, which is a waterfall system. So it checks the data on different platforms and finds it. And the one which we use for the mobile number is which we have used for years to do targeted calling, and happy with the results. So these were tested. The data was tested thoroughly before we connected that platform to use it for enrichment. And once we decided, so I'm going to remove the enriched phone numbers just to show you how you can reach it later on as well. And then what we do is click next and then select the workflow. Now we know that the most used workflow is the one which we have a condition, say if they don't connect, send an email, if they connect, send a message. So I'm going to use this one. And probably we're going to add some workflows that include calling as well. And then we just assign a message. So let's generate the templates for it. Let's generate some templates for it. And then what we're going to apply is a condition when to send the prospect to a calling list. So we can apply a condition if they have connected and they have received all our messages. So step 1, step 2, and step 3, and then send them to calling list. Or if they haven't replied, then we can apply a delay of like 5 days or 10 days. They haven't replied to my last message. And then the same applies for the email as well. So if they haven't replied to our email in 5 days, we're going to apply a condition, and then it sends them to a calling list. And then on the calling list, once it finishes creating the messages, I will show you on the calling list, it will show up all the details necessary to make a call. And once you purchase the phone number, then you can call it from the platform, or you can you can call it from your own phone. It's up to you to decide. And then let's have a look once this is finished, so I can apply the conditions and the task to call. Yeah, let's apply it all for now. And then we go under conditions, put the if replied condition twice. So once here and once here. And then we connect the dots. And then we put the action call twice. And then as you can see, the action is in gray, which means we need to rename the action. So, and I put a condition. Let me just put full screen. Okay. So I put the condition if replied no, okay, to call. The first thing I do, I apply a delay, like I'm going to call them after 5 days if they haven't replied. This is one use case. There's other use cases as well. For example, one of the use cases I was asked is like, how can we call add prospects in who replied positively in a campaign? So I'm going to show that as well. And then I will rename this as my mouse is playing around. Let's have a look here. Just the other one. So I'm going to rename it call first degree. Okay. And then I'm going to rename this call second degree, or call email, whatever I'm going to use in email. Okay. Now, and once I create the campaign will have a call section calls. It will have the profiles, so it will be enriching now. Okay, so it's under the enrichment process, so it's working. Like it can take between 1 hour, depending on the number of prospects. And then we have a call section which is empty, because they have to qualify to get there. So they have to go through the whole process to get to the calls. Now, how we do that is I'm going to back and log into my account because I have existing campaigns. Hold on a second. Log in. Go to user, then go to my user. And I have existing campaigns where I created a workflow. So this is this is still not qualified. Okay, so I have this campaign running, still not qualified. Let's have another one, which was qualified. And this is how it shows up. So when they get to that stage, qualifying to call. Now, in this case, I've enriched the phone number before during the fetch process. But if it's not, you can just click and enrich the data. And then if I want to call, so I have all the details needed, like the name, the company as well, phone number, and then since when it's pending to be called. And I just click on call. I don't have a number allocated to this account. And then I can mark it successful or failed. And if I mark it successful, I can add a note why it was successful. And I can mark it failed, and I can add a note mark why it was failed. And this is locked to the profile. As mentioned, you don't need to enrich all the data at once. You just go through here, have this blank, and just whatever you enrich when you call, for example. So you don't have to use the credits on prospects which won't qualify to your workflow. The other use cases I mentioned, I created a campaign for positive replies. I want to call them. So they are already qualified because I haven't done anything. Only just a simple, if they connected, call, if they're not connected, call. Because how I've done it is I went to my inbox, exported the inbox for a period of time. So export the CSV. I selected the date range. I downloaded it on a CSV file, and then created a campaign based on that CSV file. Obviously, I selected only the positive ones, and the only workflow needed here is making sure that you qualify both connected and not connected who replied to you positively. And as shown here, they are on my call list. I can enrich them, so I can enrich with 50 credits. No funds didn't find. These were already enriched, and then I can just give them a call, mark them successful, or mark them failed. Now, when you have multiple users and how the allocation works is, first of all, what you have is under the billing section, you are able to buy the credits. So as mentioned, you don't need to buy monthly one. You can buy a one-off one as well. So you can buy 5,000 credits for 45, use them, and then buy a new one. Or you can put a recurrent one. Now, if you opt for a recurrent one, so your monthly credits, at this moment, it will roll over unlimited. So you can use the credits in the future as well. Okay. Now, once you have the credits done, what you want is to allocate them to your users. So, a second. Under the credits, you have all the users, and then just assign or reclaim. So you can assign this user, and you can assign like 1,000 credits, and then that credit is assigned for that particular user. Obviously, if you're a single user, then you get the credits once you purchase the credits. And then you can also reclaim credits as well. So if they're not used, then you can reassign it to another user. And then going to phone numbers. So as mentioned, you can also call them from your own phone system, but also there's the option to buy phone numbers. Just select the country, United States, and do a search. You can search by location as well. So for example, Denver, I'll just give you one location. Now, if you don't find the number with the location, what you want to do then is do a search like what prefixes are used in that location and add them here. So you can add them here. So if I do this one, for example, and I do use Denver, I go this one, search, it will show up the numbers. So you can do it using any AI tool or on Google, where like give me all the prefixes from Florida, for example, and then it will give you, and then you just put the first 4, and then it will give you, because not all the numbers will have associated a location. So if you, for example, if you don't find New York, you might want to test New York prefixes. Okay, and then just buy it. This will be a monthly fee. You have the fees on the right side as well, like how much it costs. Some exotic numbers will be a bit more expensive, but the ones usually used are around $1.26. And then in Europe, they will do checks as well. So if you want to buy a phone number from the UK, you need to get verified. So it will ask you questions, a proof of identity, and so on. So you need to attach it, and then it will go to verification. This is the law in Europe and in UK. In US, there's no requirement like this. Any questions so far? Okay. And then just going back to integrations, go back to the user, go to user. Under integrations, we done, we had added the Academy as well. So on the left side now you have the link to the Academy with articles about all the features, and we will be updating these regularly. And under the integration section, as mentioned, we have added now Go High Level, Apollo, Monday.com, Calendly, Go High Level, Zoho. So, and what you can do now is bring in custom lists from your CRM, and you can add rules like what do you want to export, send to your CRM as well. You can create custom columns. So all this is available, and as mentioned, you can take any data that you don't have enriched in your CRM or enough data points, bring it into a campaign, enrich it, and run a campaign. I think I covered everything. Any questions related to this or anything else?
No, thanks very much, Stefan.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And I will be sending your credits latest tomorrow. And test it out. And if you need anything, just let me know.
That's brilliant. Thanks very much.
Great. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.